Hi everyone, I'm making a very unrelated video to my channel because I'm used to making reaction videos and trying not to laugh videos just to make you guys laugh and entertain you. But today I saw this video of Stephen Harvey on an interview on the podcast, and he was sharing a story about his mom's funeral. And I feel like, I'm just going to say what I'm going to say after watching a few parts in the clip.
That was one of the most painful nights I've ever had, with the exception of the loss of my mother, which was, I can't even, I thought I was gonna die. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
How did you, if you don't mind me asking? Because I'll just break down crying thinking of it. When I'm done working, that's all I want to do is be next to her. We'll sit here talk, I'm gonna get emotional right now, but everything that I ever do in my life, including this right here, I just can't wait to go back and throw it at her feet and say, Mom, look what I did.
Yeah.
And so how do you continue without those two pillars in your life?
Looking at my mom in that box, man, God dog, man. Oh boy, let me tell you something, man. I wasn't, and I'm a tough ass dude. My father raised me to be that way. But I was sitting down there looking at that dude, man, and I've never seen my father broken ever, except when they were married 64 years.
Wow.
He was broken. My mother was on a respirator, and when I got to town, they kept her on the ventilator so I could see her, collapsed on the bed. 6 hours later, my father said, your mama said she don't want to live like that. And I got two big brothers and two big sisters. He said, come here, Steve. Go in there and tell them, take your mama off that machine. God, dog. Hold up, man, what? You go in there and tell them, let your mama go see Jesus. The roughest conversation I've ever had was to walk in there and tell that doctor, take my mama off the machine. Whew. As soon as I said it, I fell. I just crumbled, man. At the funeral, my mom was a Sunday school teacher for 40 years. She taught in the hood. At my mama's funeral, the church was packed. They opened up the windows of the church so people in the parking lot could hear my mama's funeral. Gangsters had come to pay respect to my mother. Pimps, drug dealers. I'm talking about, man, my mama taught everybody in the hood. I'm talking about, man, it was dudes in my mama's funeral with yellow suits on, pink suits, powder blue, pimps, hustlers, dope boys. Everybody came to see my mother. I was sitting there with my two brothers and two sisters, and I was crushed. And then the minister said something that changed it for me. He said, I know y'all in pain, but to Sister Harvey's kids, turn around and look. And he made us turn around and see how big, how full the church was. And then he said, and downstairs, we've never had a funeral where we put speakers outside. Everybody in the hood and came to see y'all's mama. He was pointing at people. She said, that boy right there, that boy. And there was some tough ass dudes at my mama's funeral. These dudes were shooters. These dudes would do something to you, right? We began to smile at her accolades. And he said, I want you all to know something. As you feel this way, this pain you feel, think of everything she's taught you and everything she's ever done for all these thousands of people in this church. He said, joy and pain cannot reside in the same space. Joy and depression cannot reside in the same space. He said, so when you think of her, think of all the great things and the good things that she's done. And that helped me, because it helped me get past the pain sometimes. 28 years later, it'd be days I'm doing good, then I think about it and I'll be smiling, then I just break down. I don't cry as much as I used to, but it's hard to see some months go by where I don't shed a tear about it or something.
In general, the point of me making this video is that if you have your mom close to you, if you have your parents around, you should always do everything possible, take deliberate efforts to be there for them, to appreciate them, because you just never know when the time will say this is the end. You just never know when it's going to be the last time you'll say goodbye. From experience, my mom lives in Nigeria. I live in Moscow, Russia. You need 2 planes to go there, with the transit obviously. And I truly have come to realize that every moment I spend with my mom, it's never enough. Every time we see her, I can go 1 year, 2 years without seeing my mom, and this video made me realize how important it is for me to make deliberate efforts to see her as much as I can, to talk to her on videos, to text her, to send her voice notes, and it could be the same thing for different people. It could be the same thing for you, and of course, everyone that doesn't have a mom or a dad available that has died, may their souls rest in peace, and I wish you strength as well. Just seeing this video, it broke my heart that I felt like it's also important for us to to impact people's lives while we're here. What do we do? What do you want to be remembered for? What do people stand to lose when you die? When you're unalive, you know, not unalive, but when you die, what do people stand to gain? What will people be remembering or saying about you when you're no more? What are they going to say that you did for them? What are they going to say that what door are they going to say that you opened for them, literally? You know, you should always ask yourself that question. I ask myself these questions, and I've seen this video kind of refreshed these questions in my mind, that I have to really not just live for myself, but to live for others. And I feel like sharing this message as well to you might be very, very helpful, that you should not just live for yourself, you should live for everyone around you, live for the people you care about. You know, even for the people that don't care about you, but you care about them, you probably have to get over them and be the bigger person, to be there for them, you know, make impacts in people's lives, you know, do things that are worth emulating, do things that are worth learning from, you know, do things that makes you feel like a role model, do things that touches people's lives, that even when you're no longer in this life, when you're no longer in this world, people will still remember you for these things and live by the guidance that you put out through love, obviously, and service, you know, through all your time on earth. And yeah, it's just heartbreaking seeing a very influential figure like that cry, you know. And it's also interesting that he's been able to overcome certain months that almost broke him, trying to mourn his mom over and over again every year. And again, I don't have a dad. My dad has been dead for 20 years, but this August just literally made it 20 years my dad died, that he was buried in Nigeria, obviously. But like seeing Harvey just gave me a new strength. I mean, seeing him obviously in this podcast just gave me a new strength to endure, you know, to be strong, to face what's yet to be seen. And I don't know, I wish my mom lives for a very, very long time, but like whoever is going through a similar situation like Stephen Harvey, or lost your dad, a brother, or a sister, I hope you find strength, you know. I hope you find peace and comfort from videos like this. And of course, I know sometimes it's not easy. I can never understand how you feel. I cannot really relate because I've lost my dad. So if I've lost a father, I would probably be able to relate. If I've lost a cousin, I'll probably be able to relate. If you've lost a similar person in your life, similar person dear to you, well, it's a personal thing. So I would never understand truly how you feel, you know. And I hope you'll be able to every single day find the strength to live your life in a way that those people that are no longer here would also be very proud of you in the way that you have turned out to be in their absence. Sometimes, like for me, I never expected to be here when my late dad died. I thought it was over for me and my sister. I have brothers. I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers, but I was just together with my sister. We were the young ones. We were very little, you know. So I felt like it was the end for me. I had no idea. I couldn't see next week. I couldn't see what would happen in 1 year time. I felt like it was over. What am I going to do as a child? Well, here I am today, having you watch me. Here I am today, living, being alive. Very, very grateful for it. You know, I do not take it for granted. And this video is not the video that probably brings you entertainment value, but like it brings you a reminder, obviously, to like pause, appreciate life. You know, to find the renewed strength, maybe from this video, to persevere in whatever you're going through, and to always remember that your service to humanity is all you will be remembered for when you're no longer here with everyone, you know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.